Okay. All right. Now, I just want to show you another part of Dananjaya's speech. See, have a look at this. Okay. It's at 3 minutes, 19 seconds, and 13 milliseconds. Have a look here. And bring it here. So just have a look at this.
And then he said the most amazing thing.
Okay. Now, when I'm analyzing a speech, I go to have a look at his body is stiff. Okay. His weight is more towards on the right leg. His left leg is slightly loose. That means maybe he wants to move forward. This is still. The right side is facing the audience. So now what does he do? Okay.
And then he said the most amazing thing.
Okay. He's looking at the people. He's looking at the people. And then he says, instead of saying he said the most amazing thing, he could have said he said the most amazing thing. He said the most amazing thing. Instead, he keeps his body this way. And like a magician, he just moves only this hand because he wants people to look at this hand. So everything else is just still. And he says, and then he said the most amazing thing. So why? What I do is when I analyze, I ask myself, why did he do this? Like, he said the most amazing thing. Why couldn't he look at the audience and say, he said the most amazing thing? So instead, what he does is, he looks at this side of the audience, this side of the stage, the audience is here. And then he says, he said the most amazing thing. So let's just bring the camera. So now let's analyze this. Okay.
And then he said the most amazing thing.
Okay. So now what he's doing is,
and then he said the most amazing thing.
So his right hand moves in a circular motion.
And then he said the most amazing thing.
Okay, so it moves in a circular motion, and then after that, when I move, let's say I move a little bit, here it is.
And then he said the most amazing thing.
Okay, so now here there is a pause, if you actually look. Okay, so once again, there's a pause. Okay, so then let's see, after the pause, what does he do?
He said, son.
Okay, now have a look carefully. Okay, just see what does he do. His this leg was this is the left leg. It was loose, and after the pause,
he said, son.
Okay, now he moves. That means this movement was planned. He's practiced his speech so many times before. He knew that he had to move his leg in the front, and he bends it down and says,
he said, son.
Okay, so he bends it forward so his height goes down so as to connect with the boy that he's speaking to. Obviously, the boy is him. Let's look at it again.
He said, son.
Okay, so he bends forward. He points his finger, which normally he has not done before. He pointed at his mother. He pointed at his father who was standing here, and he pointed to at the end of the stage, that is where Sam was standing. And mostly he moves only 4 steps, any direction, 4 steps. He doesn't go beyond that. So now,
he said, son.
So he's bending down, and then there is a pause again. You can see there's a pause again. Okay, there's a pause again. And after that is what I feel by far the most important part of the speech. So let's look at it.
I see something in you.
Okay, hear it again. Okay, now this part of the speech is by far the most important. He doesn't say, I see something in you. He doesn't say, I see something in you. He doesn't say it that way. He says, I see something in you. Now the question is, why does someone have to exaggerate instead of saying, I see something in you, or I see something in you, instead of moving right face to face with the audience? He's still talking with, I see something in you. So bring the camera closer. Let's have a look here. So now here it is.
I see something in you.
Now he is talking to the character who's here, and even though he was pointing front at the audience, he turns around, looks at this invisible person here, and he doesn't say, I see something in you. He says,
I see something in you.
Okay, let's look at it again.
I see.
Okay, let's hear that.
See.
See?
See.
Okay, let's hear.
See. See. See.
So it goes for a full, almost like, 75% of a second.
See.
Oh, no, it goes for a full second.
See.
So instead of saying, I see something in you, or having a normal tone, I see something in you, he goes, I see something in you. So it gives a comedic flavor, it exaggerates. And when you tend to do that, you tend to leave it as a memory etched in your audience's mind, and especially with the judges, especially because the judges are telling. So have a look at this. Okay, so he bends his leg forward, which is not normal. Okay, this is not how he would normally give a speech. This is done for drama. Okay, so the entire thing is being exaggerated to give it a slightly comedic feel and to make it memorable.
I see something in you.
So he says, I see something in you, which is exaggerated. Then look, there is a big pause. There's a big pause here. Okay, look at it again. Okay, there's a pause and he's looking right at front of the audience, and then after the pause,
but I don't know what it is. But I don't know what it is. But I don't know what it is.
okay, have a look at this. See, slowly, okay?
But I don't know
what it is. Now, the way he says it, but I don't know what it is. He makes it like more like a sing song, as if he's actually singing a song, as if it is one of those Broadway shows, to not only make it memorable, it can be funny for some people, but the most important thing, it is memorable. So he says this sentence, I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. Look at the way he said, I see something in you. So it's kind of funny. There's a pause. He looks at the audience, but I don't know what it is. So it makes even the most serious person laugh. And remember, if you want to make something memorable, make it different, make it sound different, and give it, slightly funny flavor. Okay, have a look at this. And then after that, we move to, see, when he says,
what it is.
Okay, let's go back here.
But I don't know what it is.
Okay, so he goes with the extreme up, extreme down.
But I don't know what it is.
Now, here what he does is, he's still bending in an exaggerated manner, and people, with the tension, they just feel like laughing. So here, if you look at it closely, come here. Here you'll see people laughing because he leaves a pause. Okay, so here there is a pause. And people are laughing, okay? And then after that, he still remains in character and says,
if you decide to work with me.
Okay, look at it.
If you decide to work with me.
Now, let's look at it frame by frame. It's not a normal way of moving. See, look at this. See, can you see this gesture? It's more like a karate move. Okay, now here's the question that I want to ask you. Okay, here's the question that I want to ask you. If you decide to work with me, now this is how I normally say, if you decide to work with me. Does anyone say, if you decide to work with me? It sounds funny. Now the reason why he does it is so that there is an impact. If you decide to work with me, it's more like a karate move. So the fact of the matter is, if you want to remain memorable, you need to practice these techniques of being weird and funny and strange, and it's more like I see something in you. So it's said in an exaggerated manner with verbal extension and exaggeration, and then you have the unpredictable pause where it says, but I don't know what it is. It goes that way, and then after a pause, when people laugh, and if you decide to work with me, what does he say? If you decide to work with me, look at it again.
If you decide to work with me. If you decide to work with me.
Okay.
If you decide to work with me, I can help you find that something.
Okay. The whole thing is more like a karate movie. If you decide to work with me, we can find it happen. So it's, the beauty of what he has done is, given a rather very serious and profound message, a rather comedic way of expressing it, and leaving an impact in the audience's mind on something that would become his theme that he would carry out throughout. So the point I'm trying to say is, this is how you should analyze a speech. This is how you should understand the nuances of a speech, and if you want to succeed and win the World Championship of Public Speaking, this is exactly how you need to do it. And if you do it any other way, it's not going to help you. So I hope this video kind of helps you. And by the way, just so that you know, I'll be coming out with a complete analysis of Dananjaya Speech, which will take me approximately 7 days. 3 days are over, of almost 14 to 16 hours each. Another 3 more days, and I think I'll come out with a full report. So if you'd like to receive it, just put your comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to send it to you. So Loy from LoyMachedo.com, who's Loy Machedo, Think Personal Branding, sharing with you his observations and yes, the next analysis that is coming to you shortly. Thank you very much for watching.